A pickup truck that steers with its rear wheels, another one that's literally nuclear-powered, and one so massive it makes an 18-wheeler look like a toy car. What you're about to see will completely shatter everything you thought you knew about pickup trucks. These aren't your average work vehicles. These are engineering fever dreams that somehow became reality. And number one on this list? It's so absurd you'll think I'm making it up. Number 10, the Chevrolet SSR, 2003 to 2006. Starting our countdown with something that couldn't decide what it wanted to be when it grew up. The Chevrolet SSR looks like someone took a 1950s pickup truck and crossed it with a Corvette, then gave it an identity crisis. This thing had a retractable hardtop roof, making it technically a convertible pickup truck. Think about that for a second. You could haul mulch in the morning and cruise with the top down in the evening, all in the same vehicle. But here's the weird part. Despite having a truck bed, most owners treated it like a garage queen because it cost more than a Corvette but had less cargo space than a shopping cart. The SSR proved that sometimes when you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to anyone. Only 24,000 were ever made, making it one of the rarest pickup trucks in existence. Number 9, the Ford Ranchero pickup, 1957 to 1979. Before El Caminos became the poster child for car-truck hybrids, Ford created something even weirder. The Ranchero wasn't based on a truck chassis at all. It was literally a car with the back half chopped off and replaced with a truck bed. Picture this. You're driving what looks and feels like a family sedan, complete with car-like handling and comfort, but suddenly you need to haul a refrigerator. No problem. Just toss it in the back where the rear seats used to be. It was like automotive surgery gone right. The Ranchero spawned an entire genre of vehicles that confused insurance companies for decades. Was it a car? Was it a truck? Even Ford wasn't entirely sure, which is probably why they kept making them for over 20 years. Number 8, the Subaru BRAT, 1978 to 1994. Here's a truck born from the most ridiculous game of bureaucratic chess in automotive history. In the late 70s, foreign trucks faced a crushing 25% import tax in the U.S. Subaru's solution? Make it not technically a truck. They bolted 2 rear-facing jump seats into the truck bed, complete with seat belts and grab bars. Suddenly, it wasn't a truck anymore. It was a passenger vehicle, dodging that massive tax entirely. But think about the absurdity here. Subaru was actively encouraging people to ride in the back of a pickup truck facing backwards at highway speeds with nothing but thin air around them. It was like the automotive equivalent of a theme park ride, except you're on Interstate 95. The BRAT became a cult classic precisely because it was so wonderfully, dangerously weird. Number 7, the International CXT, 2005 to 2008. What happens when someone looks at a semi-truck and says, "You know what this needs? A pickup bed for my groceries." The International CXT was the answer to a question absolutely nobody asked, and it was magnificent in its absurdity. This beast weighed 14,500 pounds empty. That's heavier than 2 full-size pickup trucks combined. It stood over 9 feet tall and required a commercial driver's license in some states. Getting into the cab required climbing gear, and parking it required the spatial awareness of a cargo ship captain. But here's what made it truly bonkers. People actually bought these things for daily driving. Nothing says, I have trust issues with the apocalypse, quite like driving a semi-truck to pick up your dry cleaning. Only about 1,000 were made, probably because most driveways couldn't physically accommodate them. Number 6, the Dodge Deora, 1967. Imagine a pickup truck designed by someone who had never seen a door before. The Deora had 0 conventional doors, none zip, zilch. To get inside, you had to perform automotive gymnastics by climbing through the windshield like you were escaping a burning building in reverse. But the real party trick was the front end. The entire nose of the truck, including headlights, grille, and bumper, swung forward as one massive door. It was like the truck was perpetually shocked to see you. This wasn't just weird design. This was art masquerading as transportation. Hot Wheels loved it so much, they made it one of their very first die-cast models in 1968, and it remains one of their most iconic designs. The Deora proved that sometimes the most impractical ideas become the most memorable. Number 5, the Mercedes-Benz Unimog, 1948 to present. Forget everything you know about pickup trucks, because the Unimog exists in its own dimension of mechanical impossibility. This German engineering marvel isn't just a truck, it's a transformer that never quite learned how to become a robot. The Unimog can raise and lower its entire body while you're driving, like it's doing automotive yoga. It has portal axles that give it more ground clearance than most people's ceilings are high. This thing climbs 45-degree inclines like they're speed bumps and powers everything from snowplows to industrial wood chippers through its built-in power takeoff system. But here's the kicker. People attach entire houses to these things. The Unimog is so over-engineered that it's become the preferred mount for expedition vehicles that could survive nuclear winter. It's simultaneously a farm implement, fire truck, military vehicle, and mobile home, all rolled into one impossibly capable package. Number 4, the GMC Syclone, 1991. In 1991, GMC looked at the performance truck market and said, "Hold my beer." The Syclone looked like a regular compact pickup truck, which made its performance even more shocking. This thing could accelerate from 0 to 60 faster than a Ferrari Testarossa, Chevrolet Corvette, or Dodge Viper. Picture the scenario. You pull up to a red light next to a Lamborghini in what appears to be a basic work truck. The light turns green, and suddenly you're gone, leaving behind nothing but confused supercar owners and a cloud of tire smoke. The Syclone was a sleeper truck so effective it bordered on criminal deception. GMC only made 2,998 of them, making the Syclone rarer than most exotic supercars. It proved that sometimes the weirdest thing about a truck is hiding completely normal looks behind absolutely bonkers performance. Number 3, the Lamborghini LM002, 1986 to 1993. When Lamborghini decided to make a pickup truck, they didn't just dip their toe in the water, they cannonballed into the deep end wearing concrete shoes. The LM002 was what happened when Italian exotic car madness met utilitarian truck functionality. And the result was gloriously unhinged. This thing packed a 5.2-liter V12 engine, the same one from the Countach supercar, into a truck body that looked like it was designed to survive nuclear war. It weighed over 6,000 pounds, got about 6 miles per gallon, and cost more than most people's houses. The Italians called it the Rambo Lambo, and honestly, no better nickname has ever existed. Only 328 were ever made, and today they're worth more than most supercars. The LM002 proved that when Lamborghini does weird, they do it with enough style and excess to make it legendary. Number 2, the nuclear-powered Ford Nucleon, 1958. In 1958, Ford looked at the atomic age and thought, you know what pickup trucks need? Nuclear reactors. The Ford Nucleon was a concept truck powered by a small nuclear reactor mounted in the rear, because apparently someone thought Chernobyl would make a great automotive feature. The idea was that you'd drive this thing for 5,000 miles, then swap out the nuclear core at specialized service stations. No gas stations, no oil changes, just periodic nuclear fuel swaps like you're maintaining a spacecraft. The reactor would be sealed and shielded, theoretically making it safe for daily driving. Thankfully, this remained forever a concept, because imagine explaining to your insurance company that your fender bender resulted in a radiation leak. The Nucleon represents the absolute peak of atomic age optimism, when nuclear power seemed like the solution to everything, including apparently the morning commute. Number 1, the NASA Crawler Transporter, 1965 to present. And here we are at number 1, the pickup truck so massive, so absolutely ridiculous, that calling it a pickup truck is like calling Mount Everest a hill. The NASA Crawler Transporter technically picks things up and moves them, making it the ultimate pickup truck in the most literal sense possible. This mechanical Godzilla weighs 6 million pounds when empty. That's heavier than the Eiffel Tower. It stands 20 feet tall, moves at a mind-numbing top speed of 2 miles per hour, and burns diesel fuel at a rate of 5 gallons per mile. Each of its tank-like tracks weighs as much as a naval destroyer. But here's what makes it truly mind-bending. Despite weighing more than a small city, this beast can carry 18 million pounds on its back while keeping everything perfectly level, even when climbing hills. It's been faithfully hauling space shuttles and rockets to launch pads for nearly 60 years, making it not just the weirdest pickup truck ever built, but also possibly the most reliable. So there you have it. 10 pickup trucks so bizarre they make regular trucks look like the most boring vehicles ever conceived. Which one completely broke your brain? Drop a comment below with your favorite.